State of the offense or state of the clubhouse is we got another game tomorrow. So, I mean, I would imagine the boys are happy in there. They should be. They played well, but we got a nothing game starting here in about 12 hours that we got to get ready for. So, great win tonight. We'll enjoy it for a few minutes, but then we got to turn the page and get ready tomorrow.
What do you guys feel like are some of the ways to kind of turn the page, keep the kind of game rolling? Because I mean, I assume the emotion can be pretty high when you win 17-1 like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's contributing top to bottom, which is great. But again, I think these guys understand that that's one game, and although it's nice to win and dominating fashion like that, we have to show up and be ready to go again tomorrow. So we're in that situation to where we can't afford to let up, and we have to stay focused on what we're doing.
You talked about earlier this season how the hitting got off to a really good start, and then the pitching got off, and the hitting kind of died down. You said, if they could both come together at once, you guys would be a pretty good team. It seems like maybe they're starting to come together at the same time. What do you feel like has kind of enabled that process to progress to this point?
I think I've said it from day one. This team work ethic has never been a problem with these guys. They continue to grind and work. It hasn't always been pretty, but the fact is these guys continue to grind and continue to work and know that it's possible to get it right. and excuse me, the things are clicking on all fronts right now. On the pitching side, the bullpen's throwing great. Guys are getting on base running's doing well, executing, hit and runs, stuff like that. So top to bottom, they're doing what they're capable of doing, which is nice to see. Hopefully they can keep it going.
What do you think is making Kane so successful at the plate right now, and how do you think it's symbolic in how this offense has really just been putting up cookie numbers these last couple of days?
He's staying within himself, doing what he's capable of doing, and swinging at good pitches. At the end of the day, when you don't chase out of the zone and get pitches you can hit, it's amazing what you can do. So he's been pretty locked in all year long when he's gotten his opportunities, and shame on me for not playing him more early in the year, but he's just a special player doing a lot of special things right now.
The last time this program honored a legend, Coach Winkles, ended up in an embarrassing defeat, as you said. Now tonight on Andre, your bobblehead night, huge win like that. How do you think it's reassuring to the fan base and the alumni of the state where the program is right now?
Well, what should be reassuring is the fact that we're going to keep grinding, and some days is not going to be pretty, and some days it is going to be pretty. And to me, you can't be fair weather. You're either all in or you're all out. And for me, it's I see what goes on here every day, and these kids bust their ass every day. And for me, that's something that we'll always be proud of. Sometimes the result on the field doesn't always give you warm and fuzzies, but at the end of the day, as long as these guys are competing and trying to represent the program in the best light, then hey, then I'm happy. And at the end of the day, these guys, they do that. And like I said, I'm around them every day. And the average person isn't in this clubhouse every day and doesn't see what goes on every day and the amount of hours these kids put into working to be the best they can and represent themselves, the school, the program. And we understand what the expectations are. And in today's world, man, it's tough. We got an uphill climb, but it ain't due to a lack of work ethic and give a crap meter, because these guys care and they want it. And a couple weeks ago, we're having different conversations right now, and these kids are continuing to put their head down and grind, and that I'm very proud of.
Did each year say anything to the pregame, any messages or experiences that he had? He shared any of that with the players?
Andre was around. He and his family were around. I think he had a lot going on as far as a little bit of a dog and pony show with the bobblehead and having to run from point A to point B. I think he did. After he threw out the first pitch, got a chance to say a quick something to the guys. I'm not sure if he was in there. He came into my office prior to the game, and we had a nice conversation. I'm not sure if he had an opportunity to talk to the boys or not. A lot of moving parts and everything, so I'm not sure if he got the chance to talk to the guys or not.
Coach, can you talk about mentioned numerous times this season how the rotation has been hard to manage. It hasn't necessarily been that easy. With how consistent Connor has been the last couple of weeks, what can you necessarily say? How much does he mean to this staff with his experience and consistent he's been over the last couple of weeks?
That's his consistency and what he's able to bring is why we had him on Saturday. Kind of when we first put this rotation together, and it's obviously changed significantly since opening day, but he's been pretty consistent on that Saturday role. Just because he's a calming presence, and he's always going to go out and be pretty steady Eddie and solid for us. And whether or not we have a great Friday, he's a guy that, hey, we can win the series behind. If we don't have a great Friday, he's a guy that can calm the waters because he is very consistent. And knock on wood, you can pretty much, count on what you're going to get out of him. He's going to give up a few hits in there, here and there, but he's not going to beat himself most of the time and give us a good solid outing. So that's pretty much what he's done. I don't know if your guys' lens is different than mine, but he's been pretty consistent in my book. So again, another great one tonight.
How is it motivated to have the figures around who have been to this program? I know Barry Bonds was here a few weeks back, and you're here today. How important is it to have those presence here and for guys to see in the past of this program and carry it into the future?
It's with how much we talk about the tradition and history of this place, it's great when those guys come around. I wish they would come around more often because we talk about family and playing for one another and playing for each other and everybody buying into the program. And we wish those guys would come around more often because this is, like I've said it a million times, they're the ones that built the foundation of this place, and it's their home. And we're doing our best to continue to represent it through thick and thin, whether or not we're playing great or not. We want those guys around and sharing their knowledge and experience to these guys so they really know how special it is. I can sit up here and preach all day long to them, but until those guys actually start coming back and being a part of it and continuing to stay a part of it, then that makes it that much more special.
There's been a lot of talk about alumni support, not just with baseball, at most sports at the school. Do you see it as part of your job to reach out to these guys and make sure that they remain active in the program and active with the current players?
Yeah, that's part of the job description, and we continue to send out newsletters and try to keep them engaged. I respectfully hope they know I can't pick up the phone and call each every one of them every day. I got a lot to do, but hopefully they understand the message that they are welcome around here anytime, anywhere. This is all of our program. This isn't mine. This isn't theirs. This is everybody's. And I want them around here, and they mean a lot to this place. So some of them have started gravitating more often and more frequently around here, but it's not enough, man. We need more support, and whether it's just physical presence or financial presence or this new NIL world we're in, man, we need support, man. It's just, if we want this program to keep growing, we're going to need it in every way, shape, or form. So, but the main thing is those guys' presence is welcomed, and we enjoy having them around here.
Coach, you've watched Brian Campos a lot over your time here, and obviously he's had so many great nights throughout his time in this program. What does it mean for you, at least, to see him have this career night? Is there anything that surprises you anymore about how he just treats a game day in and day out?
Surprises me, no. Just based on I've seen how special of a player he is, and what he's, the amount of work ethic that he puts in and time and energy that he puts in. He's a baseball rat that just cannot get enough of it. And essentially, he learned that from Joe Lampe, and I'm never here when he's not here. I don't know if he's paying rent or what to Muni, but the kid is always here and always doing something, taking care of his body, or getting some extra swings or whatever he is. He just is always around, and he loves being here. So to see the results starting to pan out the way we all expect the Ryan Campos results to be, it's not surprising. No, I knew it was just kind of a matter of time before the sweet swing would start coming back and the results would start piling up. And 5 hits tonight. It's just, kid's incredible. So I'm surprised, not surprised, but very happy for him.
Who are you looking at to start tomorrow?
Hunter Omelet will start tomorrow. We were fortunate we didn't have to use him today. We got out to a nice lead and didn't have to burn a lot of the big bullets down there. So we should be in decent shape tomorrow.
Do you say Campos? I'm assuming you already know the answer to this question, but does he have the qualities of what would make a big leaguer?
I don't think there's any question on that. There's guys that you just know, and I just know. He doesn't have all the flashy tools and the Oakley sunglasses and the bandanas and do-rags and wristbands and all that type of stuff that a lot of these kids do, but the kid's a baseball player. And what I mean by that is he doesn't come out and flash you, and is that flashy guy. But you just sit and post up and watch the kid play every day. You'll be like, yeah, he'll work his way to the big leagues somehow, some way. And if it's behind the plate, if it's in left field, if it's at second base, he's going to get there. And to me, that's he just is that type of kid. He'll work his way and will his way to get there. There's just those type of kids that and he's one of them.
Have you had conversations with him about that next level, just with him being a junior, kind of getting closer to that? Have you talked to him about being in the big league, especially with your experience?
He doesn't want to talk about it. And that just shows you how dedicated he is to this program. So if you and I don't really want to talk to him about it either right now. It's not, he understands that he's here to play for Arizona State, not some professional baseball club right now. His job is to be a Sun Devil, and he buys into that wholeheartedly. He doesn't even really want to bring it up and talk about it. In fact, if it ever does come up, he's like, I'm staying here 4 years. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm like, don't tease me, But at the end of the day, he rarely comes up, and if it does, it gets shot down really quick. He's like, I don't really care about that. Whatever happens, happens. I just am here to play. So special kid, special type of kid. That's he is what it means to be a Devil. So he's all into this place, and I couldn't appreciate it more.
How would you describe or evaluate the difference in Kean mentally and physically from being a raw, true freshman to now through his work this summer and now early on in the off season to getting to the point where he's at now?
Well, I think work ethic is, again, from his standpoint, or really anybody's standpoint, there's never been an issue. It's just a matter of him getting his opportunity and continuing to make the most of it. Early on, we had a couple injuries where he got some time in there and was doing very well. Our regulars, kind of got healthy and whatever, and he was kind of used as a pinch hitter here and there, but he continues to stay ready. So the mentality and mindset of continuing to be ready for your opportunity he epitomizes that, where he's been ready for it, and he got his chance and has made the absolute most of it. So that's what you want guys to do. And like I said, he's made my job difficult at times on who to put in the lineup, but he's a staple now. So done an outstanding job.
Kean said that he spoke to a sports psychiatrist prior to the year starting. Felt like it really helped him open up the mental game. Just from your perspective, with your experience as a player, did you kind of ever go through anything like that, where talking to a psychiatrist maybe opened up your mental game for baseball?
The mental skills coaches are phenomenal, and we have one on staff here with Mark Strickland being our guy here. Some guys, most guys that I know that have spoken to them, I think they get I don't want to say a bad rap for thinking it's like, oh, I'm seeing a sports psychologist. No, they're a mental skills coach to help you get better with your skills on the field. And there's no, it's just like you go work with a hitting coach, right? And we've all said this, that baseball is 80% mental, most of the time, right? So why are we not practicing the mental ways to prepare properly? We practice the physical stuff all day long, but the mental part of it is just as important, if not more important. So for guys to utilize the resources that we have here at ASU with great mental skills coaches, and Kean's taking advantage of that, but you can see where the results take off, if done properly. So to answer your question, yeah, I had those experiences with those guys when I was playing Major League Baseball and having you know, I have my ups and downs too, just like everybody, more downs than ups. But, you know, those guys give you tools to get back in the saddle and get off and running. So I didn't know that about Kean, but doesn't surprise me, you know, with the results he's having.